Right, so let's do that. Hey, I'm Alex with the Electric Roadshow, and we're here at EUCO. And this is Allie, and Allie's going to give us a little tour of what EUCO is all about. So, Allie, what does EUCO do?
EUCO distributes and sells electric unicycles. They do community day and help people learn how to ride their unicycles if they're interested.
I'm interested. Are you going to teach me how to ride a unicycle?
Definitely, I'll teach you how to ride a unicycle. I will do my very best.
I have never ridden an electric unicycle before.
Hey
How's it
there.
going? I'm Alex.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So what do you do here?
We sell electric unicycles. So this is a form of transport that I personally really believe in. I really think you can't match the sort of size to performance ratio, right? You know, I'm sure you're familiar with the one-wheel GT, right? It goes like 20-something miles an hour, has maybe around a 500 watt-hour battery. That guy right there costs half the price, and it has a little bit higher specs.
Which one?
This tiny one right here. This is one of the newest models that's about to come out.
My goodness.
Turn on right here. It's got a little display up front. It's got a really bright headlight. It's got blue running lights. Fold up pedals.
And who makes this? This is BajaBoards?
Yeah, so there are a couple manufacturers. There's three main ones. So there's InMotion, BajaBoards, they used to be called Gotway, and Kingsong.
I remember Gotway, okay.
Yeah, they had to change their name for some reason.
I see, okay.
But yeah, so they're all made in China. So we're always in constant communication with the manufacturers, placing orders, dealing with warranty cases. Essentially what we do here is provide sort of an intermediate link between the customer and the manufacturer.
Right, so you're U.S. sales and service.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than just ordering off AliExpress, we want to provide that actual like U.S. ordering experience.
Definitely a value.
The great thing about EUCs is that there's a huge range in terms of sort of performance. So you can start all the way at the low end, maybe like $600-700. You can go maybe 15 miles an hour for maybe 15 miles. But then if you want to go all the way up, maybe spend a couple thousand, you can go maybe 50 miles an hour. If you go slow, you can go for upwards of 100 miles. Like you can put huge battery packs in these things. There's a model about to come out with a 4.8 kilowatt hour battery, which is larger than a lot of mopeds. So this is currently the fastest one you can get. There are faster ones in development, but the top speed of this one, I've hit over 50 GPS. But I usually try and stay around maybe like 48, 49 GPS. And yeah, the battery on this guy is 2.4 kilowatt hours. So if you're going fast, I usually get about 30 miles at top speed. But if you really slow it down, you can get like 70, maybe even 80 miles.
Wow.
Andy over there, he sold his car, over a year ago now. He hasn't bought gas in 4 years. Okay. I only drive really if I need to go on the freeway, which is not that often nowadays. You can really use this to get pretty much anywhere. It's basically a mini motorcycle that you can take into the store with you, which is why I like it so much.
Okay. So you take it with you into the store, you don't leave it outside?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them will have this sort of trolley handle right here, so I'll just turn this on and show you. So they'll stay balancing forwards and backwards while they're on. A lot of them have this trolley handle feature where you can sort of walk it alongside you. This thing weighs 80 pounds, so I'm not going to want to be sort of carrying this up things unless I really have to. So if you see, there's a shock back here, and you can't see it on this model, but if I get on here, I can actually have a little bit of suspension travel, and it's super helpful for off-roading and even for on-road. When you get up to sort of these higher speeds, 50 plus miles an hour, right? If you hit a pothole, these rims are not made of a very strong material, so you're going to want something to help absorb that shock. In the past, we've done that just by upping the tire pressure, right? But that can get a bit uncomfortable, but suspension solves all that. I don't want to say that this wheel ruined all other wheels for me, but it kind of did. I mean, it goes the fastest, it has suspension, and it has great firmware, which is kind of a rarity nowadays. There's always something going on with firmware.
So what kind of EUC would you recommend for somebody who's never ridden one before to learn on?
That's a good question. It really depends. So there's two camps when it comes to getting your first EUC. The first camp is sort of the buy once, cry once camp, right? Get the big wheel that you know you're going to want. But then the other camp is sort of getting a smaller wheel or maybe a used wheel first to learn on and then upgrading in the future. If this is your first wheel and you don't want to drop big bucks, let's see, there are a couple options. I like to point people in the direction of Kingsong. They're sort of lower end models, the 14-incher and the 16-incher, because they're tried and true, right? They've been out for years. There haven't been too many upgrades made recently, but that's kind of because they already have everything you need. So I'd say the Kingsong 14D, it's called, 16S, There's also some entry-level offerings for InMotion in the 16-inch size class. BeGo also has some smaller models too. The M10-3, or 4 now, M10-3's been discontinued, is also a popular first model for people. It rides a little bit different than most wheels just because it's so short. Usually when you're mounting the wheel, you sort of rely on the side of it to put pressure on your leg. Since it's so short, it's a little unnatural, but I've had people with great success who've learned on the M10-3, so it really depends. What my political answer is you can learn on any wheel, right? It's all up to what you want to do.
Okay. So if you were to teach a couple of newbies, what's the one you would grab?
Good question. I would probably grab the V8F, only because, well, A, we have a lot of them, so there's a lot of parts availability. It's still being produced, so if something happens, we can replace some parts. It's not too powerful. It doesn't go incredibly fast. And it's not too heavy is the biggest thing, because if you give someone a really heavy wheel right off the bat, they're going to have a hard time just controlling it. And the thing about EUC is it's kind of like riding a bike. The faster you go, the more stable it is. And that's the biggest hurdle for learning EUC, is you have to be moving in order to stay upright. And it's scary to trust this machine that's not going to drop you. Even going maybe like 5 miles an hour, it still feels very scary your first time. We'll probably use a couple of these. We have some models that we've used for rentals in the past. For example, this is one of our rental units, so it should be in pretty good shape. Here we go here. You can sort of see how heavy it is if you want to try to lift it up. You can sort of feel that button I was talking about, the lift handle. So when you go to lift it up, you depress that button and it'll disengage the motor. So since we're going to be learning on these, I guess I'll just give you a crash course of sort of all the parts of EUC. So turn it on here with the power button. Looks like this one needs to be charged a little bit. So normally at the front you'll have a headlight. Some wheels will have side RGB lights. These can be customized. Here's where you stand. The pedals fold up for ease of storage. You've got a trolley handle if you don't want to carry it. So this sort of pops up here. And under here you can see that lift switch button I was talking about. So you'll notice when I press it there'll be a noise. And now when I lift the wheel, the motor's disengaged. If I was to try and lift it without doing that, the wheel is going to assume you're riding. At the back you usually have some sort of tail light. This is one of the weaker tail lights around. But it does flash when you brake. There's a speaker back here for system sounds. A lot of them will have Bluetooth speakers as well so you can play music. Charge port here. That's pretty much all there is. So yeah, I kind of want to teach you guys how to ride. I think it'll be really exciting. So yeah, let's go ahead.
I'm excited, nervous, and scared. So.
Oh, you'll do great. Alex,
don't be scared. It'll be fun.
No, no.
Are we learning for the first time here?
Yeah.
Both of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really not bad. We went to Long Beach for Electrify Expo thing a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So you were there? Did you see us? We were there. We had 2 tents.
I was working.
We were working too. So yeah, we didn't get to go around or anything.
No, I was.
Allie was there also, and
I didn't see. I was stuck in.
we trained actually. Like we were doing training sessions for our lines, just built up like crazy. And originally we were trying to do like however long it takes for each person. Then our boss came up to us and said, okay, this line is like it's growing by the hour. We're gonna do 30-minute increments for, if they don't get it, I'm sorry, but at least you tried. 30 minutes, and then it even came all the way down to 20 minutes and 15-minute increments. And you know what? 70% of the people actually got it. I have to admit.
Minutes.
Yeah, like in 20 minutes, and like around 15-20 minutes, they actually got it, which
so
was...
that time to beat is 15 minutes.
So I'm just saying, it's actually quite doable after seeing, all the masses, like a huge group of people trying to learn at once.
Right.
It's just...
Any recommendations for like how to get over any psychological blocks? And
you just gotta trust the wheel. You gotta trust the wheel, otherwise you're never gonna get over that hump. You're never gonna put your other foot on. You gotta trust. And when you lean forward, it's kind of scary at first, thinking I'm just gonna fall. But you gotta trust the wheel that you're not. A lot of the early stands from last year and the year before, they're shit. They didn't really. I'm sorry. They keep tipping over. They keep
on this show.
All right, cool.
He's talking his language.
The wheels that came out this year, the S22 and the Master Pro, the kickstands are solid. Like the old ones, a small breeze will knock it over. But these, like this one technically has one, and this is what it would look like. it's technically like that, but if you just blew at it, it's just gonna tip, you know. So it's not really that great. But the new kick, the wheels coming out this year, the kickstands are freaking awesome. All right, so while we're waiting for them, let me give you guys a quick little stay. That's fine. All right, so what you guys want to do here is when you're on one foot like this, you're pushing down with your foot, and you're making the wheel go this way, and you're pushing with your calf this way, and that's your point of contact to stick it on your foot. You want to go straight up the middle. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. You know, you want to go straight up the middle. So you want to bend your knee just a little bit to be right in the middle. You want to also cant it inward slightly, because if you cant it outward, it's just going to spin out on you and you're going to lose it. So you want to kind of a little bit inwards. Your foot on the ground, the wider the stance, the more stable you are. Most people stand like this when they first try. They put their foot in the back for some reason, and it's not even comfortable, but a lot of people do that. So instead, put your foot on the side here like this, and the first drill that I always tell people to do when I'm training is just try to like balance it like this on your foot, and then try to do a imagine there's a straight line right here, and from this side try to go to this side, and then try to go to this side, and then you can do a full circle if you want, and eventually you don't even need this foot, you can just keep going. So you know, the drill is that you want to basically control it. The point of this is, let's say we're all in a group ride right here, and we're like, hey, which way are we going? We're going to go that path? We're going to go that way? So we're going this way, you guys? No, we're going that way. All right, we're going all right. So that way you can control it without your hands. So you can go ahead and try that out if you like.
Okay, I got to decide which foot.
Whatever your dominant foot is.
It goes on the wheel? Dominant foot goes on the wheel? Yes,
dominant foot goes on the wheel. Callie.
Okay, so I want to kind of cant it. Okay. So. Oh, I see.
I'll be right back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab another wheel.
Oh, scheiße. Okay.
Be careful.
Thank you, sweetie. She told me to be careful. Oh, man.
Be careful.
Is this good entertainment?
There you go. A little wider stance. There you go. There you go. And then also, what I was gonna say.
You gotta put your weight on it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You gotta push down on the wheel, so that way the wheel is moving towards your leg. And if you tilt it too much, then you're gonna just drop it, you know? So you wanna like find that sweet spot of like right in the middle, or like right like. Yeah. So like I was saying, the point of this drill is eventually you can just mount on it instead of taking steps. You can put your other foot on. There you go. There you go. And just try to keep it canted inwards a little bit more. There you go. All right, and then. Whew. So what I was gonna say is when you turn around, I want you to not use your hands. Let's say I'm gonna turn around. Just use your feet to turn around and then start going. You know, because like it's a good habit to try to not use your hands constantly. So real quick, Alex. Like when you first mount, you want to really exaggerate your forward lean to like actually get the wheel rolling. Once you've kind of figured it out, you can go slow, but you know. There you go, there you go, there you go. There you go, dude. So you're actually going faster than what my hover shoes can do. I love your spirit. I love the spirit you're actually, you know, taking off. Oh no. Oh, that's. You good? No worries, very good. I seriously know.
It's not as easy as it looks.
I really know what you're going through, bro. I remember.
See, I had a tiger right there.
You know the one thing though, you're determined as fuck though.
That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Determined.
If you're a determined person,
Yeah.
you're gonna get this.
Yeah.
You know. If you're not that much of, your personality is, not too much of a determined person.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna. You're probably gonna be like, I don't need it. Whatever. I don't. Who cares?
It's not for me.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? But if you're a person that is like
So-
really like, dude, I'm gonna get this.
So where I'm getting wobbly is when I first launch, I feel pretty good about the launch, but I'm picking up speed. And that speed is what's freaking me out, so I try to back off, and that's when I lose.
Yeah, and
That's when I lose it.
That's why I always say speed is key. Where you gotta
Commit.
trust the wheel.
You gotta
commit, and you gotta trust the wheel. And the slower you go, you start to wobble. Because when you're going slow, like you gotta or here, I'll show you. Like when you're going slow, you gotta really like move the wheel around to keep your balance up. And that doesn't happen when you're going faster like this. So when you're going a lot slower, you got to start to kind of twist it a little so you can stay balanced.
Okay.
And when you're learning, that's not ideal. So that's why we say speed is key. Speed is key.